संतोषयता सन्तौ श्रीलरूप सनातन दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितम् पर्यालोच्यतपर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. हरे कृष्णा. यथा तरोर्मूलनिषेचनेन तृप्यन्ते तत्स्कन्धभुजोपशाखाः प्राणोपहाराच्च यथेन्द्रियाणां तथैव सर्वार्हणमुच्यते च. Just as the branches of twigs are satisfied by watering the root of the tree, and just as the senses are satisfied by nourishing the life air. By worshipping the Lord Achyuta, worship of all devatas is accomplished. So in the 51 Anuched, we were seeing Narada. So Narada was telling this to the Prachetas. And this is from same chapter. Kincha, moreover, it is said, okay, Yatha taroho mula nishechanena. Taroho mula is the root of the tree. So nishechanena, by watering that, tripyanti, satisfied. So who are satisfied? So tatskanda bhujopashakaha tripyanti. They will become happy or satisfied. So they all get satisfied. Who tatskanda bhujopashakaha. Taroho skanda bhujopashakaha. Trees stem, different branches and sub branches, all they get satisfied by watering at the root. So yatha, and also pranopaharacha yata indriyanam, the same way indriyanam. So pranopaharacha, pranopaharat indriyanam. So indriyas also, the senses are nourished, are satisfied. All the senses are satisfied by nourishing the prana, because senses are maintained by the prana. Like how the trees, branches and sub branches, stem, leaves, everything is maintained by the water. If you don't give water, they all will be dried up. Similarly, if there is no prana, then senses will be dried up. So that's why how yogis, they control their senses by controlling the prana. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar. Pranayam is the step before the pratyahar. Pratyahar means what? Controlling the senses. That means withdrawing the senses from their sense objects. That is known as pratyahar. So that is done by what? By the pranayam. So by controlling, pranayam means what? Controlling the life air. So if you control the life air, then you can control the senses. That is a technique actually, yogic technique. And to control the prana, you need to sit stable in one place. So your body should be maintained like that. To maintain body such a way, you need to follow yama and niyama. So by following the yama niyama, so body will be properly maintained, and so that one can sit peacefully at one place. Otherwise, for 10 minutes also, he should go here and there like this. So shifting here and there, other just so like this. So bending and so on. So that's why then they will control the sitting posture themselves, and after that they do pranayama so that control the senses. The same thing. In the same way here, pranopaharascha yathendriyanam. If you don't eat for these several days, or at least one day, then prana in our body, prana will not be sufficiently flowing. Then that will dry up your, that means your senses will become weak. On Ekadasi day, if you do Nirjala Vrata, so you are not able to see also, and not able to hear. If someone is saying, and what? Because senses goes down actually. So they will become fully nourished by strongly the prana is flowing. So need to control the prana actually. Breathings, if you control, then senses also will be controlled, and mind is also controlled. They are all connected actually. In the same way, why these are all example only. By using these examples, what Narada is desiring to say, Sarvarhanam Uchit Sarvarhanam Achyutejya. Achyuta Ijya. That means by the worship of Achyuta, Sarvarhanam, that means worshipping of everyone, every devata, all the demigods. So like how one prana is maintaining all the senses, is nourishing the senses, satisfying the senses. The same way, this if you worship the Achyuta, all the demigods will be satisfied. Tikacha. So from this, what we are understanding. So we should do the Achyut Ijja, not the demigod worship. Like here in the previously also, who said no need to do any demigod worship? One should do the worship of the Achyuta only. Previously, who else? Other speakers said in the Bhagavatam? Kapila. Huh? Okay. Kapila Bhagavan, where he said. Who said? Yes, Akshay Hari Prabhu. Unmute it. Yes.
Oh, Shukdev Goswami, Akamo va Sarabkamo va Mokshkamo va
Sukadeva
Uttadi.
Goswami said. So, huh? Huh? In Sandarbha also said. Huh? In Sandarbha also came. And who else said? You are all not preparing for exam, huh? So maybe you have still more time, I think. That's why. Ashray Gauram Prabhu, yes.
In the beginning of Bhagavatam, that Sattvam Rajas Tama iti Prakriti Gunasti, in that also Sattva Tanona should be worshipped. More. Purusha.
Yeah, there also Sudha Goswami said. In the first canto, second chapter, Sudha Goswami said or not? Huh? After saying this Shravanam Kirtanam, that means Rupa Bhakti, after establishing that, what he said? Yeah. So he is saying that Sattum Rajastamedi Prakriter Gunaha Taihi Yuktaha Yeha Puruha Hasya Datte Hari Virinchi Hareti Sangyahat Tatra Kalu Sattvatano Hanunam Syu. Say Tatra Sriyam Sikalu Sattvatano Hanunam Syuhu. So in that sloka he is saying there is no need to worship the Brahma and Shiva. And what to speak of worshipping of other demigods. He said there, and also Sukadeva Goswami said in the second canto, third chapter. And here Narada Muni is also saying.
One more sloka also there. Mumukshavo Gaurupan Tva Bhutapatinatha
Yeah,
Narayana Kala Santa Bhajanti Akashya.
yeah. He rejected worshipping of Brahma, Shiva. Then what about others? Obviously, their worship is also rejected. So like this, the same way here also it is mentioned. And next, So that means Hari Bhakti is established here. Tika cha kincha nana karmabhihi tattat devata prati devata priti nimittanyapi phalani hari pritya bhavanti. So that means what? By worshipping the Achyuta, all that means it is equal to worship. That means this there is no need to worship the other demigods separately. So that itself satisfies other demigods also. So one may ask then, so okay, if we worship Achyuta, other demigods also satisfied. So if we worship Achyuta, whatever other demigods they give, that will be given? Yes. Akama sarva kamova moksha kamodarihi. Whatever results you are going to get by worshipping the demigods, everything you will get by the worship of Hari. Nana karma bihi tattat devata priti nimittanya phalani hari pritya bhavanti. By satisfying Hari, all the results which are given by the satisfaction of the demigods, those will automatically come. Next, kevalam tattat devataradhanena tu na kinchit iti sadrishthantamaha yatheti. Kevalam tattat devataradhanena tu na kinchit. So, and also reverse the example. You see, if you examine the example, what if you want to satisfy the branches and trees, if you put water in the branches and the leaves and twigs, will they get nourished? So they will not be nourished actually. So there is no use. Similarly, worshipping of the demigods will not be useful. It's not useful actually. So it's useless only. So that is said. Tattat devataradhanetu nakinchid iti sadrishtantam aha. Yatha iti ityadikam. This we should understand actually from this example. Not only one side. If you put the water on the root, every branches and trees are nourished. And also you should take the back. If you put water on the branches and leaves, there is no use. That means if you worship the individually demigods, there is no use. 53. Next Anucheda. You hearing, huh? Sound filter. We should give filter for everyone so that they can reduce the volume and they can hear like that. Maybe online students not knowing what is happening here, but my student, one student, on-site student, he keeping is some, what is that? Earbud, huh? Earbuds, earplugs. So because my voice is too strong, that's why he's not able to bear the that strongness of my voice. That's why he's putting earplugs. Okay, next. Sri Vrishbadheva Krita Swaputra Shikshanepi. Now we came to fifth canto. So very soon we are going to finish this. Evamaishe ityadikam mattah api anantat ityadikam cha agre darshaniya.
Is there any connection to say transport one canto to another? Otherwise, just like now, fifth chapter we are reaching.
Yeah.
Just like in Bhagavatam, there's one chapter another. The connection is that previous one. But here just like we are establishing bhakti, just a process.
Yes.
So is there connection to one chapter another? Is like that now. Just like previously we discussed Sanat Kumar, then after that now discussing this Prachin, Narad Muni and Prachetas. Now fifth canto will be.
Wherever that means various speakers on the listeners, we are just seeing. So what various speakers are concluding in what? So that is in the Bhagavatam. In the Tattva Sandrabha, what we did? In Tattva Sandrabha, we did Srimad Bhagavatam is the ultimate pramana. So that is the emperor. Whatever said by the Srimad Bhagavatam is the highest. Nobody can say against to that. Even the other, so whatever Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puranas, Vedanta Sutras, Vedas, Smriti Shastras, they are all they should obey the order of the Srimad Bhagavatam because he is emperor. So that means in that emperor book, so where are the various authors are there, various speakers are there. So in that book, so various speakers are there, what they are concluding. So that we are examining actually, whether that is bhakti or otherwise gnana or yoga or karma, what. So what kind of place is given? Because our ultimate goal is what? Jiva Atma is in suffering. Where we started? We started with the problem. What is that problem? Jivatma is suffering. That is the first anuched. We are seeing this. Then what is the solution for this? So that means sanmukata. That means one, it should turn towards the, like Maya is capturing that Jivatma. And that Maya, so when it can leave this Jivatma, when it turns towards the Supreme Lord, then Maya will leave that Jivatma, so that Maya will not be trapped then into the dualities, and it will not get any fear and it will not get any suffering. So then to turn towards what is the best process? Turning towards means connecting back with the Paratattvam. So what is the best process of this? Either Gnana, Vairagya, or the yoga or the karma, what? These are all also process to turn towards the Supreme Lord. Somehow, some are directly process and some are indirectly. They are connecting Jivatma towards the Paratattvam. So then that's why we are trying to examine. Where we'll examine? We will examine Srimad Bhagavatam only. Why? Because Srimad Bhagavatam is the emperor. Chakravarti Pramanam, this is Chakravarti. So that's why. In that Srimad Bhagavatam, so how to examine? So because Srimad Bhagavatam is nothing but the conversation between the various speakers and listeners. So that's why we are seeing their conversations. In that conversation, what is established? In every conversation, same thing is established, then that is the process we should follow. That we are doing. So previously we have seen the conversation between the Naradas and Prachetas. Before that we have seen the conversation between the Sanat Kumara and the Prithamaras. Before that we have seen the conversation between the Kapaladev and Devahuti. Before that we have seen conversation between the Kardam Muni and Supreme Lord. Before that Maitreya and the Vidura. Before that Brahmaji and the Narada Muni. Before that Parikshit and Sukadeva. Before that Suta and Saunakadi Rishis. What else you want? We will be seeing even in future Navayogis and Nimi. And like the, and also conversation between the Lord, Supreme Lord, Krishna and Uddhava. Yeah. Then after that we'll, so okay, sufficient. Raja Rahugana Jadavarta also is going to come now. Next immediately. Now we are seeing the conversation between the Rashbadev and his sons. Rashbadev is giving the teachings to his sons, 100 sons. What he is saying? Ye va maishe. So that means Sri Rishabhadeva Kruta Swaputra Sikshanepi. That means even in the teachings of Rishabhadev to his sons, what? In that Bhakti is Abhideya. Bhakti is established as Abhideya. That means what Sukadeva Goswami is asking. Before that also, yeah, we missed. In future, we are going to get even Prahlad Maharaj teaching to his Asura Balakas. So one more place. Like this, various conversations will be seen. Huh? Yeah, Rudra Gita also, Prachetas and Shiva. That also is one. And even many are there, but some topics he is covering, some conversations. Even a lot more are there. Eva Maishe ityadikam mattah api anantat ityadikam cha agre darshaniyam. So it will be shown future, it will come. So ityadi agre darshini means it will be shown future. Rahugana Brahma Rahugana Samvadantepi Yadamasti. So Raja Rahugana and Brahman Jadabarth. So in the ending of their conversation also it is like this. Rahugana Twamapi Yadvanosya Sanyastadanda Krutabhuta Maitraha Asajjitatma Harisevayashitam Gnanasimadaya Tarati Param. Tarati Atipa. Tara Atiparam. Tara. That means Tara means you. You Tara. Cross. You cross. Who is saying? Brahmana is saying. Jadabharat. Tara. That means you cross. Hey Raugan. Tomapi. You also. Advanah asya sanyasta dandaha krutabhuta maitraha. That means sanyasta dandaha. Sanyasta dandaha means you leave the danda. Danda means rod of chastisement, not sannyasi danda. Here. Sanyasta dandaha, you leave the danda. He is already holding the danda. Kshatriyas, they hold the danda. Dandaha. Dandaha means rod of chastisement. You leave that. Enough. Enough is doing. And Kruta Bhuta Maitraha, be friend to all the living entities. Asajjita Atma, don't get attached to anything. Hari Sevaya. So Hari Sevaya, by service to the Lord. Sitam Gnanamasadaya. So Sitam means there is a sharp Gnanamasi. That means by doing the Hari Seva, you will be getting the Gnana by that sword. So by taking that Adaya, so what? Tara Atiparam, you cross this. You cross this material ocean. You leave the sannyas, that rod of chastisement, and you take the sword. Leave the rod, take the sword. What is this sword? This sword is of the knowledge. This knowledge is coming from where? Hari Bhakti. Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayatyasu Vairagyam cha Gnanam Yadahitukam. Take that sword actually. That is very powerful sword. It can cut any material entanglement. With this rod, what you can do? So, O King Rahugana, you are also absorbed in material existence, leaving the rod of chastisement, making friends with all living beings, with mind detached from the material enjoyment, taking the sharp sword of knowledge by service to the Lord Hari, cross over the material existence. All these qualities, how they will come? Becoming friend to all the living entities is not an artificial quality. Subhada, that means when you do bhakti, this quality automatically will come. You will be compassionate to all the living entities and you will be detached from everything. So janayatyasu vairagyam cha gnanam yadahaitukam. So by doing the devotion to the Supreme Lord, so automatically vairagyam will come. Because Bhakti Maharani will take out all the material desires. That is a property of the Bhakti. That is a natural property of the Bhakti. So, and also Haris Shitam Gnanam, and also you'll get the knowledge about the Lord's activities. Yeah, it is also coming automatically. No need to study book. No need to study book, yes. There no need to study about the characteristics of the analytical analysis. Analytical study of the Lord's characteristics is not necessary. If you keep on hearing the Lord's pastimes, that is enough. What we are doing in the Srimad Bhagavatam? Are we reading any special analytical study we are doing of the any characteristics? We are simply hearing. Srimad Bhagavatam is nothing but the two people are sitting and glorifying the Lord. And yeah, it's simple thing. Srimad Bhagavatam is so nice. What is there? There is simply conversations. And we are feeling so difficult. This exam, that exam. Why you are feeling difficult? Vasudev is saying Stri is Sudra Dejabandhu. For this three women, Sudra, for Dejabandhus also, this Purana is written. And you are all Brahmanas and very qualified and feeling difficult to write the exam. I don't know what is problem. Mike, you should say online students, they will become happy.
Because Parikshit Maharaj didn't give any exam, Prabhu. This
Acha.
is real cause.
My student is a Parikshit Maharaj is not, he has not given any exam. No Bhakti Vaiva. So that's why he heard very peacefully. Yeah? And you are because of exam fear, out of exam fear, yeah, the relishment is not there. But Prabhupada wanted every course, everything should be assessed actually. There is a need of exam. Because our Acharya said, yeah, what can we do? That is a system given by our elders, our leaders. So we should follow. Satovritti. 54th Anucheda. Yathoktam yetadanantaram Sri Rahuganena. Then Rahugana, what he said. So Rahugana also said. That means from the Vrishabhadev's teachings, what we understood, Hari Seva. That means Bhakti. Bhakti is established there. So here Gnanam Atra, you see in that previous 53 Anucheda, Gnanam Atra Bhaktyashrayatvam eva. That means that Gnanam is not the Gnanam like Brahma Gnanam. By studying the Upanishads, one will get the Gnanam. That is not here. Gnanam means this is the coming from the Bhakti. For this Gnanam, who is a shelter? Bhakti is a shelter. Next, 54th Anusheda, Yatoktameva Yetadanantaram Sri Rahuganenaiva. So, as it is said after this by King Rahugana, Aho Nrujanma Makila Janma Shobhanam Kim Janma Vistwaparaira Papyamushmin Nayad Hrishi Kesha Yashah Krutatmanam Mahatmanam Vah Prachura Samagama न ह्यद्भुतं त्वच्चरणाब्जरेणुभिः हतां हसो भक्तिरदोक्षजेमला मौहूर्तिकाद् यस्य समागमाच्च मे दुस्तर्कमूलोपहतो विवेकः इति स्पष्टम्. It's clear? He is saying clear. So Acharya Sila Jiva Goswami is saying it's clear. Spashtam. What is the need of explanation? He is saying like that. Aho Nru Janma Akhila Janma Sobhanam. What is the best among the births? Human birth is the most splendid among all the births. Kim Janma Bihi tu Aparaihi Api Amushmin. What is the use of birth in Swarga in which there is no abundant association of great devotees? Nayad Hrishikesha Yashah Kritatmanam Mahatmanam Vaha Prachuraha Samagamaha. So, devotees whose heart is purified by glorification of Lord Hrishikesha. So, it's a direct actually. Rahugana is also saying, what is the use of getting birth in the Swarga? No use. Because in the Swarga, what is the mood? The mood is party all the night. So every day, every day they want to, every minute they want to enjoy. That is a mood. Because there is enjoying mood. Very less misery is there actually. It is also part of the material world. Some miseries are there. But most of the time is enjoyment, for the enjoyment. But in the Naraka, most of the time is for the punishment. But in the Karma Bhumi, most of the time is for earning. earning karma. So that's why this place is more suitable actually. Not in any one extreme. Not fully punishment, all the time punishment means you will be always in the coma. Getting punishment and so hard punishment we'll never think at all. And getting all the time enjoyment, so much enjoyment. So that is also not conducive to, yeah, to think about the Lord and do the bhakti. So that's why Nrujanma Sobhanam Akila Janma. Nrujanma Akila Janma Sobhanam. It is the best among the all the births. Human birth is best among all the births. Because there is an abundant association of the devotees here. Because in this material, in this earth planet, especially sadhus, especially in the land of Bharat, Bharatakanda, actually, you will be having the lot of devotees, lot of holy places. They are all doing the sadhana. They are engaged because they want to come out from their karma bandhan. So that's why they try to do the lot of different types of practices. So this is a place for the, yes, getting the association of the devotees. But if you go to the Swarga, there is no association. That's why, what is the use? Rahugana is saying, what is the use of going there? Just by following the Kshatriya Dharma, he can maximum get the Swarga actually. Then what is the use of that Swarga? I don't want that. न ह्यद्भुतं त्वच्चरणाब्जरेणुभिः. So next, hatamsho bhakti adokshaje amalaha renubhi hatamshaha. What is going to happen with the dust of the your lotus feet? What it is going to do? So it is not at all astonishing that those whose sins have been destroyed by the dust of your lotus feet develop pure bhakti to the Lord. Adokshaja. So he is saying, he is declaring, King Rahugana is saying that, hey, my dear master, you are pure devotee. Before that, how he was treating him? You have such a big body, and so Brahmana, you are not Brahmana, so you are not able to, because he is not able to walk along with other three people. He was holding the palkin and he is not walking with the same rhythm. And because he is watching all the different entities on the earth and floor, and he is walking such a way they should not get died by him or hit by him. So that's why, because of that, there's a disbalance, and Rahugana chastised him. Okay, he was hearing. Okay, you speak whatever you want to speak. Then after that, he opened mouth. Then he gave the Brahmagnanam. Actually, he explained this the Bhagavad Tattva. So that's a very nice conversation actually. So really, and very serious and a grave discussion that is. And we'll discuss in the Bhakti Vaibhava, 5th canto. If Krishna allows me, I want to take that this time. So yeah, so there we will discuss. So then after that, finally he understands the whole the greatness of the Jada Bharat, and he is saying, your lotus feet, dust at your lotus feet can purify the people, and they will get the pure devotion in Lord. Bhakti adokshaje amala. Dust of your lotus feet develop pure bhakti to Lord adokshaje. Adokshaja. Next, muhurtaka, muhurta, mauhurtikar. Yasya samagamacha me dustarka molopahato avivekaha. So, by a moment's association with you, my ignorance rooted in false arguments has been destroyed. My ignorance based upon bad tarka, false arguments, that is completely now destroyed, because he was arguing before and he was accepting, he is now accepting, that is completely destroyed. So from this actually conversation, you should understand bhakti is the abhidheya. So next Anucheda. It's a big now 55th. तथा च चित्रकेतुं प्रति श्री शंकर्षणोपदेशान्तेपि. So Chitraketu and Sri Sankarshan Bhagavan, there is a conversation between these two, Chitraketu Maharaj and Sankarshan Bhagavan. In ending of their conversation, we are going to see what is said. Drishtasrutabhihi matrabhihi ityadau madbhakta purusho bhavet ityagratah udaharyam. In this way, at the end of Sankarshan's teachings to Chitraketu in verse 6.16.62, the statement Madbhaktaha Purusho Bhavet, men should become my devotees. Madbhaktaha Purusha Bhavet, person should become my devotee. That is a sloka. In that sloka, what it is said? In that, he is saying men should become my devotees, should be cited as important. In the statement of 6.16.22, the statement Mad Bhaktaha Purushaha Bhavet, men should become my devotees, should be cited as most important. Only actually here simple, here nothing is mentioned elaborately. You take that sloka 6.16.62. In that, what is the part? If you take the 6.16.62, I can, you should take the main part. I could have given the complete sloka here. Okay, 6.16.62. दृष्टश्रुताभिर्मात्राभिर्निर्मुक्तः स्वेन तेजसा ज्ञानविज्ञानसन्तुष्टो मद्भक्तः पुरुषो भवेत्. What he is saying? Madbhaktah Purushah Bhavet. So finally he is saying that Drishtasrutabhihi Matrabhihi Nirmuktah Svena Tejasa Gnana Vignana Santushtaha. So being pleased by the Gnana and Vignana, so leaving all the objects of seeing and hearing and everything. So finally what he should become? Madbhaktaha Bhavet. That is the point. This much only is the important here. That means at the ending of teachings of Sankarshan, so to the Chitraketu, what we are hearing from the Sankarshan's mouth? Madbhaktah Bhavet. That means he should become my devotee. That means that is, since it is coming in the ending of the conversation, we should take it as a conclusion, and that is the conclusion of his conversation. So that means in this his conversation we are seeing bhakti as the abhideya, bhakti as the conclusion. That is the point. Next we are shifting to the next another conversation from the 7th canto. What is that? So asura bhalakan anushasanepi, asura bhalaka anushasanepi. Now we are going to the 7th canto. Srila Prahlad Maharaj is giving the lessons to the boys, children of asuras. What he is saying? Kaumara acharet pragno dharman bhagavataniha durlabam manusham janma tadapyadruvamartadam yatha hi purushasyeha vishno padopasarpanam yadesha sarvabhutanam priya atmeshwara surut. Kaumara acharit pragnaha. Kaumare Achare Pragnaha Dharman Bhagavatan. Pragnaha means wise person. Wise person, what he should do? So should practice Bhagavad Dharma in his life from childhood. Durlabham Manusha Janma. So this human birth is rare and transient but beneficial. Human birth is rare and Durlabham means it is rare. Manusham Janma means human birth. Tadapi Adruvam, and also it is unstable. That means temporary, Adruvam. And Arthatam, but it is beneficial. It is Arthadam, that means it is beneficial. Next another, Yathahi Purushasya Iha Vishnoho Padopasarpanam Yad Esha Sarva Bhutanam Priya Atmeshwaraha Surut. In this life, surrender to the lotus feet of the Lord Vishnu is only appropriate. Since the Lord is the object of affection, the Paramatma, capable of doing anything and desires benefit of all beings. Yatahi Purushasya iha Vishnoho Padopasarpanam. Padopasarpanam means service to the lotus feet of the Lord. Vishnoho Padopasarpanam. Yadeshah Sarvabhutanam Priyaha Atmeshwaraha Suhrut. Surrender to the lotus feet of the Lord is only appropriate. In this material world, what is appropriate thing? Surrendering to the lotus feet of the Lord is only appropriate. Why? Since Lord is the object of affection. Yat means yasmat. Since Lord is object of the, yeah. Are you able to follow the meaning? What is the kriya in this? Yatahi purushasyeha. बोलिए. So yathahi bhavati, actually you should accept from outside. So Vishnoho padopasarpanam means surrendering to the lotus feet of the Lord is yathahi means yogyam. That is only appropriate. Purushasya, that means for the Purusha. Why? Because Vishnu is the Sarvabhutanam Priyaha. He is dear to every living entity, and also Atma and Ishvaraha and Suhrut. Okay, now come to the explanation. First sloka explanation is like this. Kaumara acharit pragno dharman bhagavataniha durlabham manusham janma tadapi adrom arthadam. So in this, iha means here. Here means what? Manusha janmani, in the human birth. In the human birth. Iha means in human birth. One man get doubt. अरे प्रहलाद महाराज क्या कैसा बुद्धि है? ये सामने तो असुर बालक हैं. And he is saying, in front of him, who are there? Children of demons are there. They are not Manusha. And what he is saying? Kaumara acharet pragno dharman bhagavatan iha. Iha durlabham manusha janma. He is saying, getting human birth is very difficult, and that's why in this human birth you should you should accept the Bhagavad Dharma. Then Asura Balaka simply say, I am not human beings, we don't want. They can say, na? Then why he is teaching like this? Anyone can question like this? Yes, our Petambar Chaitanya Prabhu can ask this question. How it is? How it is? Because they are not human beings. They are all children of demons. So then that is explained here. Why Manush Janma is very rare to get? What is the speciality in the Manush Janma? Why not getting the Devata Janma, Devata? If you become a Devata in the spirit, in the heaven, there is a more enjoyment. Why not? That is good. So then it is said, Iha eva Manush Janmani Bhagavatan Dharman Acharet Yataha Arthadam Etat Janma. This human form is more fruitful, is more beneficial. Devadi Janmani Maha Vishayaveshat. Why don't we want the heavenly planet, life in the heavenly planets? Because there is a great engrossment in the material enjoyment. So we are fully always disturbed, or are always we are engaged in the material enjoyment. There if you drink, that will be giving the hundreds of times pleasure than this in earth planet drinking. There sex life also is unlimitedly you can do. Here one can do very rarely, and that's also you will get weak. But in that sarga, it's a different matter actually. That body will never tired actually, and that body is not destroyed by just by drinking. If you drink continuously 2 3 months, then you'll be getting the some kshaya roga actually, shaya, or some kind of problem actually. You'll get tv or something, sorry, a cancer or whatever. But in that in that in the heavenly planet is not like that, because that body is for the enjoyment. Then but the main devotees, how they are thinking, see how the what is the consciousness of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj is not giving any respect for that. His father is the controller of all the 3 planets, Swarga, Bhur, Bhuv, Swaha. All the 3 planets he is maintaining, but still he rejected that pleasure. And Lord Narsingadev is asking him, hey Narsinga, hey Prahlad, you have such a father who is the master of all these 3 planets. Why you are just hankering? Why you are coming behind me? You can enjoy, you can, if you follow his words, he can make you a king, and you will be the next upcoming king, and you can have you can also become the master of all these 3 planets. What is the problem? Then he said, I don't want all this. This is simply entanglement. And so very nice conversation actually, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So when when Prahlad Maharaj was doing the prayers to the Lord Narsingadev, there you will be seeing this kind of nice arguments. That means that glorification is explained in the form of conversation between the Prahlad Maharaj and Narsingh Bhagavan. So Prahlad Maharaj also gives arguments. So you are the creator of all this material energy, and you are the master of this all the material opulence, and you are also what you are doing. You rejected that, and you are enjoying your own, and you are not at all looking after this, and you are asking me to enjoy. How I can enjoy actually like this? I am also your follower, he says, that little boy. So here the same way here. So he is saying this, the life in this heavenly planet is fully entangled in the material enjoyment. And Pashvadi Janmanu Viveka Bhavad. If you go to the other species of the birth, there is a problem of intelligence. So there is no intelligence sufficiently there to understand the scriptures and the following the process. So that's why that kind of life also is not good. Then Manusha Janma Prapyacha Na Vilambha Ityeha. That's why now you got the such a great opportunity. Now you got the human form of life. Now be ready and don't waste your time, and don't wait for the end of the life. Don't wait for the 60 years. Then after my children they get finished, they get married and they get settled, then I will start seriously bhakti. So sometimes we'll be seeing the people are postponing their seriousness in the bhakti. So then after that, then I will take up this seriously, this service, like that they think. So but that is simply Prahlad Maharaj saying, hey, wake up. So don't get trapped by the Maya like that. It's simply a Maya actually. Maya is giving that kind of thought. Now, from the childhood, Kaumara Acharit Pragnaha Dharman Bhagavatan. This is the time to follow the Bhagavad Dharma. So, Navilambha Ityaha Kaumare Kaumaram Arabhya Ityarthaha. Because this material life is Adruvam. Till what date we will be having in this human body? We don't know. At any time, it's a so delicate body. So one disease, one corona, finish. Small disease, finish. And small truck is came and hit, finish. So delicate body. At any time it will be out. It's like a, what is that? Budbud. So English, what do you say? Bubble. It's like a bubble on the water. But anytime Tup. It's not like that. I have guarantee of 50 years, 80 years, 90 years. No. So that's why if you have good opportunity to become serious, immediately you should become serious. No need to no need to wait for postponing. Take up this. Tyaktva sadharmam charanam bhujam harer. Leave everything. Huh? It will come. Yes. Why Prahlad Maharaj is saying this to the Asura Balakas and glorifying in front of Asura, he is glorifying the Manusha Janma. What it mean? So that means these instructions are belong for them or not? These instructions for them only. But what Prahlad Maharaj is thinking, then why he is saying like this? That means about the Manusha Janma. Then answer is, so coming actually anyway. So Kaumar Arabhityardha Yataha Tadapi Janma Adruvam Punah Durlabham Cha. So Janma is Adruvam. First of all, this is very temporary, and also there is no guarantee that in the next life you will become human being. No guarantee. We cannot give any guarantee. So Cha. So Shastrasya Cha Pradhanyena Manushyama Adikritya Pravurtatvat Tadu Anuvadena Uktir iyam tad buddhyadi samyena manushatvam aropyeva iti gneyam. So what he said, shastrasya cha pradhanyena manushyamadi adhikrutya pravrittatvat. All the scriptures are meant for whom? Scriptures are meant for human beings. So whatever the scriptures we are seeing, those are all meant for the human beings. So Shastras meant for the mainly. Only I am not saying mainly. Scriptures are meant for mainly pradhanyena manushya adhikritya pravrittatva. It doesn't mean that the asuras, they don't have any books. They also have the Shastra. So they have their own versions actually. Because they are influenced by the mode of passion and ignorance, they don't accept all the teachings because their intelligence is not like that, and is fully controlled by the passion and ignorance. They will accept the generally the dandaniti, that means how to control this kind of things they learn. But here in general, what shastras are meant for the human beings mainly, majorly. Pravurtatvat tad anuvadhena uktihi iyam. Just to following that, this statement is said. Kaumara acharet is said. That means manusha janma durlabham. Prahlad Maharaj is saying this statement just following the statements of the Shastra. Shastra is generally meant for the human beings. So that's why he is also speaking. So manusha janma durlabham. Following that Shastras. So he is saying that tad buddhyadi samyena manushatvam aropyeva iti gneyam. That means even in the asura balakas also there is a buddhi, so which is similar to the buddhi of the human beings. So claiming, that's why he is claiming manushatvam in the asura balakas. What he is seeing the some similarity, they are also intelligence like humans. Tad buddhyadi iyam tad buddhyadi samyena. Buddhyadi samyena. Also, it should be understood that since scriptures are meant primarily for humans, by following that, this statement is spoken. Considering the demons' children to be humans due to similarity in intelligence. Demons also having the similar intelligence, and considering that, and also Shastras are meant for the humans, and he is seeing the humanness in these demons, and that's why he is speaking this. statements of Shastra. That is this statement, Kaumara Acharet. That means he is also considering these demons children as Manushas, since they have the similar kind of the intelligence. Tatra Bhagavata Dharmacharanasyaiva yuktatvam darshayati yataha iti. Next sloka he is saying that what he should do, Bhagavata Dharmacharanasya yuktatvam darshayati. So one should practice the Bhagavad Dharma. That is only appropriate. That is said by the next sloka. So how iha purushasya Vishnoho padopasarpanam eva yatha means anurupam means yogyam ityarthaha. Why one should follow only Bhagavad Dharma? Why Prahlad Maharaj is saying these Asura Balakas to do Bhagavad Dharma only? What is the reason? The reason is taking shelter of the Vishnu is the appropriate or is the best for this life, this human life. Yeah, why taking the shelter of the lotus feet of the Vishnu is only appropriate for this life? What is the reason? What is the specialty in this? Because since yasmad esha bhutanam swabhavatah eva priyaha priti vishayaha prema karta cha, because he is the object of the love of every living entity. He is the object for the love of every living entity, and also he is the lover. He is only just object. Lover means what? Object of the love and lover. What is the difference? Object of the love means he is being loved. He is being loved. That means, so someone loves him. And he is the lover means he also loves. Lover means the one love. So, and what is the word for the, in English, is there any word? The one who is the object of the love? Single word. We have lover. Lover means who gives love. Yes or no? Who do love. Beloved. Beloved. Yeah, that means Tatra hetuhu. Why he is the so lover for everyone and he is the object for the everyone's love. The reason is Atma. He is the Paramatma. He is, that means Atma to the Atma. Everyone loves their own self, and he is a self. He is Atma to the every Atma. That means he is dearmost than the own self also. So that's why one should take the shelter of his lotus feet. Padopasarpane. There is one more hetu, because he is a Ishwaraha. That means he is kartum akartum anyatha kartum samardha. Why one has to love the Vishnu? Why one has to take the shelter of the Vishnu? Because he is such a potent person. Whose shelter you will take? Who is really powerful? His shelter only you will take or not? So to take shelter of someone, either he should be loved very so dear, then you will take his shelter, or otherwise he is fully competent. He is fully competent, then only you will take his shelter. Otherwise, Lunjupunju, you will take shelter. Lunjupunju's shelter. You know Lunjupunju? Lunjupunju means someone who is not really capable of doing anything. So will you take his shelter? No. He is Ishvara, means kartum akartum anyatha kartum samarthaha. What it means? Kartum means capable of doing, not doing, and doing in different way. Kartum samarthaha, akartum samarthaha, and anyatha kartum samarthaha. He is capable of doing what should be done. He is capable of Not doing also, that means he can violate also. Nobody can argue. That means, so capable of not doing also. And capable of doing in different way also. Everything he can. And so kartum akartum anidha kartum samardha suhrut sarvesham hitam chikirshu. And not only that, why we should take his only his shelter? The reason is sarvesham chikirshu. Why one should take the shelter of Lord Hari? Write the question. 3 marks. 3 reasons we should explain. Why one should take shelter of the Lord Vishnu only? Tadetad upakramya upasamharati. So he started like that and he ends in the following way. Third reason is Suhrut. He is a well-wisher of everyone. Sarvesham hitam chikirshu. He desires everyone's welfare. First reason is he is, yes, object of love of everyone and also he is lover of everyone. Second is Ishwaraha, means akartum anyatha kartum sarvam kartum samartha. Kartum akartum anyatha kartum samartha. Third one is Suhrut. These all anuchedas are good for memorization. If you memorize all these slokas, so for preaching, those are all very useful because this is a main thing. These are all establishing bhakti. You take up any sloka and if you establish the bhakti, any sloka in this, the cream of the Godardasya Prakashasya Sarokti Sreshtata Tada Nanardavatvam Vedyatvam Sandarbha Katyate Budaihi. So Sandarbha, what it does, it will bring out the secret meanings and also it essence. So that is the essence we are showing here. Now these are all slokas are gathered here. So you people take this seriously on this. Yes. We'll do the remaining thing tomorrow. Slowly after that we'll finish this 11th canto also. And then we'll shift to the various discussions. Various signs of the bhakti you'll understand then. Any question?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, that
Paramakaruna Prabhu was asking, yes Prabhu.
that asuras and human beings are equated on the basis of that buddhi, intelligence. What is that intelligence?
That means they also have the discrimination power, like not like animals exactly. Animals case, they are fully engrossed in the ignorance.
Yeah.
So they know only eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So, like example, if you take a cow or any animal, so their pratyaksha pramana is working. So they have pratyaksha pramana and they have some anumana also, discrimination power. So maximum of what they can do, they can maximum of, so either they eat, they accept some objects to eat and enjoy, or otherwise they reject which is harmful for their body. But they cannot think about the supreme truth. So they cannot understand the sastric knowledge. But in the case of the demons, they have certain kind of the intelligence. So by that they can understand the injunctions of the Shastra. That kind of intelligence they have. So seeing that power, so Prahlad Maharaj is claiming Manushatvam in that children of the demons and saying, so this sloka, Kaumara Acharit Pragna. So long back, Paramakaruna Prabhu was asking so about the Kardamuni. Kardamuni devotion is what actually, whether it is pure bhakti or the karma mishra bhakti. It's a karma mishra bhakti is said in the same Srimad Bhagavatam. There is a anuched number. Paramakaruna Prabhu, you are there.
Yes, Prabhu, I am here. Thank you.
Yeah, it is said, Prabhu, in the just 1 minute. You can see Anushcheda number 225. Anushcheda number 225. In that, so slok there it is said, Tad evam idrushena karmana mishra sakama bhakti yatha. He's giving example for the so sakama karma mishra bhakti. Karmana mishra sakama bhakti means karma mishra sakama bhakti. Prajaha srujeti bhagavan kardamah brahmanoditah saraswatyam tapastepe sahasranam samadasha. Tatah sama ityena kriya yogena kardamah samprapede harihi harim bhaktya prapanna varadayusham. So this is Praja Srujeti Bhagavan Kardama Brahmanoditah Saraswatyam Tapastepe Sahasranam Samadasha. This is sloka number 321, 6 and 7, Prabhu. So third canto, 21st chapter, 6 and 7. This Kardama did the tapasya because his father said, Prajaha Sruja, you create, you propagate the progeny. So that's why we keeping that instruction in the mind. So with that desire, so to fulfill his father's desire, so Kardama did the tapasya. So that's why Srila Jiva Goswami is taking this as Karma Mishra Sakama Bhakti. This is a proof, Prabhu. Okay? You can unmute him.
Yes, so you asked me to check the verse 326
21st chapter.
to 21:6 to 21:7.
6 and 7.
I'll go through it. I'll go through the verses, Prabhuji,
Yeah.
by Acharyas and Prabhupada, and if I have any doubt, I'll let you know. Thanks, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Any other one have others doubt, questions? Okay, thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki.